Good stuff, man. All right, so that's my Mike Lang. Test yours out. Can you hear Mike? Because I can't.
Yeah, I can't hear Pat, but I can hear Pat, but I can't hear me.
Turn his volume up.
Turn mine up, Benny?
You're the man. All right, Ben. Thanks, brother. So here come the Vikings as we welcome in our viewers here on 302 Sports as well. They get the I formation again, handed to the up back. I believe that's Sam Janicki. He's going to get about a yard or two. Great job there from the defensive front, led by number 28, Zafier Watts-Henry.
Little draw play. Sets up a 3rd and 5, it looks like, and maybe you'll see Granado go to the air here. He's got his weapons. Luke Schiavone, one of their bigger weapons in the air.
Yep. Yeah, and, you know, Mike, you guys had a chance to sit down with, the St. Elizabeth on Wednesday, and some of the things they talked about, they got to win the battle up front. And so far they have early on this drive. 3rd and short, ball's on the ground. This is a big problem for St. Elizabeth, at least in the first couple of weeks. And DMA has recovered. So the first turnover of the game, DMA gets good field position on that one, Mike.
Oh, you mentioned it. They struggle with ball security, and DMA is going to be in great field position. Pat here looks like they're on the 38-yard line of the Vikings. And speaking of 2 quarterback systems, we'll see that with DMA as well. Joe Deal, Miles Harding have been split in time. This is number 6. This is Harding who comes out first for the Seahawks. Receivers in the backfield is number 1, Devin Green, and the man's been electric so far this year.
He's taken over for Karan Aline, and he's kind of played like him here. So I formation for DMA, they'll give it to him. He goes right up the middle, and he just slips before. He had a lot of open green in front of him there, no pun intended. He's tackled after a big-time 7-yard gain. Nice start for the Seahawks.
You're going to see a lot of green, and also I think Cody House is going to run the ball a little bit for them, but that's not a bad way to start if you're Devin Green.
Absolutely. As now it's 2nd down.
It's like about 3, right?
And 3.
That, yeah.
That is correct.
So it's I formation here for the. You can see a lot of running tonight, I believe.
Yeah, we want to go to the up back here, and Schiavone's going to get off the tackle, or get off the block and make the tackle, but it's going to be good enough for first down yardage there, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, Luke Schiavone was on him in a heartbeat, and he still gained 5 yards. And they opened up that middle real quick. So they have a first down at the Vikings 26-yard line. And Pat, we have 9:24 to go in the opening quarter. As we started another big weekend of high school football, we will get you some scores when we can.
Absolutely, as the night goes on, without a doubt. Right now, DMA's driving 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. I formation, motion man from the far side to the near side. He gives to Green. He goes up the middle, makes one good cut, and it's going to be a 1st and goal, or a 1st and about 10 at the 11-yard line for DMA.
Yeah, more Devin Green. They're going to see a lot of number 1. They have another Green, by the way, Jordan Green, number 12, who also, he's more of a pass catcher, but he'll run the ball too. He's split left. Also out there is looks like number 14, Luigi Oranzio. So they have 2 receivers to the left here, but the handoff.
It's Green. He's up the middle, and Schiavone gets off a block again and makes a tackle, but not after another 4 or 5 yard gain for Green.
Yeah, Luke Schiavone's getting to him, but they're giving up way too many yards off that snap. If you're an if you're a coach, you'll take 4 or 5 yards per handoff.
Absolutely, and right now it's 2nd down and 5 at the 6-yard line. And let's see if they go back to Green.
They can do the one to the up back, but other than that, it's Devin Green. And here he is again.
And he's up the middle, untouched into the end zone. Touchdown Seahawks.
That didn't take long, and it was the Devin Green show for the most part. 38-yard drive. Man, I wasn't counting the number of plays, but it wasn't too many, maybe 6.
No, yeah, it was about 5 or 6 plays drive there for DMA, and they got the run game going on that drive. The offensive front really did their job. And with 8:10 to go here in the opening quarter, DMA is an extra point away from leading 7-0.
Yeah, Saney's going to have some work to do on defense. The extra point is good. And get stuck up in that net.
Yeah, that's the great thing about this venue here for the Seahawks is nothing but nature around. So you got to have those nets put up because there's a little bit of shrubbery behind there, and there's also the remains of an industrial park. So that ball could get lost if those nets weren't there.
It looks like there might be some activity over on I-95 there.
A little bit. You're right. You can see that.
Flashing lights. As long as they're not north, we're good.
You know, and for years, Mike, I didn't realize that this is where DMA is located from the I-95 perspective. So.
Yes, if you're driving down 95, you should not be watching us on YouTube if you're listening on 1290. See all the lights to your right by Banning Park? That's us, way high and high.
That's it. So DMA now leads 7-0 after the Viking turnover. Once again, back deep. Centrone and Ethan Gunter, both freshmen, and they're a big part of this Vikings team early on in their high school careers.
Yeah, and part of that's by necessity, but he's got some guys who can play. Up back at 24 takes it, Pat. That's Nathan Sherga.
Nathan Sherga,
another freshman.
Yes, sir, and he took a big hit there from Mason McCloskey, who's number 24 in blue, and he blew him up on that one. And the Vikings are going to start here at the 32-yard line and try and get their offense going here.
Well, the main thing you mentioned is holding on to the ball. That's going to be the most important thing. You can't be laying it down with any regularity. They're already trailed by 7. We're not even 4 minutes in. I just got to be driving the coaching staff
Rolo
nuts over there.
And Schiavone to the near side. It's an I formation. They go to Mosley again, and he finds room and scurries forward for about 5 yards. He is not
somebody's down.
The problem.
I'm sorry about that. No, Mosley's getting jumped. That looks like number 53, Mitchell Butler, another freshman. He's 6 feet 264. 53 is the number.
He's in some pain, and while he's being tended to, we are going to take our first break of the first half here on 302 Sports, as well as those listening on Fox Sports 1290.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1930 and began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge.
302 Sports for the 302 Sports game of the week, and right now the player, unfortunately for St. Elizabeth, still being tended to, but we got ourselves a 7-0 game here with 7:56 to go in the first quarter, and Mike, you got some news for us.
I do. From I don't know if they're in Dover or Cape Henlopen and Lewis. At 8:37 left in the first. It's Dover 7, Cape Henlopen 0. Also from Appoquinimink, 6 minutes in, William Penn 7, Jaguars 0. So Penn is up, and that would be it for the scores as far as. No, wait. Smyrna 6. Louisiana 0. A minute 36 into the game. On a Mackay Jackson 61-yard touchdown pass from Aiden Sanchez.
So quick start there for Smyrna, and of course those Smyrna Sally's games, they usually get up there in scoring.
And that Dover game at Cape Henlopen tonight.
And as for the Vikings, let's see what happens here, because Mitchell Butler, we hope everything is well with that young man. He was the center, so it's going to be a new center quarterback exchange here for the Vikings. And this name may sound familiar. Vincent Gariani's will be coming in.
I'm sure he'll do just fine. Where's his dad over there somewhere?
He's on. No, he will be, because he's usually the chain guy.
Oh, okay.
But road games, he's not. So Here we go. The Vikings got a 2nd down and 4 upcoming here. As Granado still under center.
Timeout. And a flag.
And there's a penalty marker. Too many players in the huddle probably.
Well, they already have the penalty, so I don't know if they're going to still burn the timeout here.
And that's what it was. The Vikings broke the huddle with 12 players, and it's obvious when the player's running off as the play is about to be started there. So
they're going to take the timeout. That looks like.
How about that?
No, wait, maybe they wiped it off.
So 2nd down and 9 now after the penalty.
Kind of wipes out that run from Mosley, who certainly helped. Mitchell Butler
yes.
is okay. 7-12. I go here in first.
Toss it out to Mosley. He's got some room to run, and he gets about 8 yards on that carry. That was actually Kasim Benson, the 9th grader, on that toss. And let's see. I believe they're going to be about a yard short.
Yeah, he was about the distance of the football from getting that first down. Looks like he's a yard or so, like you mentioned, at the 42. Good job. The Vikings are opening some holes.
They are.
Boy, can that young man run. They just have to hold on the ball. I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, and the thing is with St. Elizabeth, they got some young players, but that's the thing. They're young. DMA now with 6.5 minutes to go, trying to stop the Vikings here on a 3rd down and 1 at the 41-yard line. The snap is taken from Granado. It's a broken play. He falls forward on it.
I believe he got the first down.
I believe he did too, Mike.
He turned to look like for Mosley, and Mosley was already by him.
It looks like that's the 2nd time where we've seen some miscommunication between the running back and the quarterback. Quarterback turning one way, the running back going the other. The last time it ended in a fumble. This time, at least, Granado was able to hold on to the ball and pick up the first down.
Yeah, good presence by Granado. Another 9th grader, as we mentioned, who, he didn't panic. Where's my running back? He turned it up and gained 2 yards. And it's on the 43-yard line of St. Elizabeth.
And this time they get it to Mosley, who goes through the middle, breaks through the first line of defense, and gets hit hard.
He got tagged, but
right at midfield. Big time hit coming there from.
Did not see the number.
That was number 24.
24. You mentioned it
Mason McCloskey.
A sophomore.
The young man's bringing the wood.
Yeah,
no doubt about that.
They're at midfield. That's not too bad.
2nd and 3 for the Vikings. Once again, they give it to Mosley. Up the middle, bounces off of one guy. He's got the outside, and that's a great tackle made by number 23, James Hahn, who might have saved the touchdown there.
Yeah, Mosley, as you mentioned, they had him at the line of scrimmage. The young man said, I can still go, and picked up 7 yards on it.
7 yards. So 1st down to 10 for St. Elizabeth at the Seahawks 43-yard line. As they're looking to drive. And again, in the opening drive of the game, St. Elizabeth had a couple of plays where they got some big-time yardage, but the fumble bug struck them yet again. And as they're looking to correct this, and even the scores, we approach 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Once again, I formation, the 2 receivers to the right side for St. Elizabeth.
Everybody on the right. Let's see if they go that way. It looks like a reverse.
And there is absolutely nowhere to go. That was McCluskey again, Mike. Wow.
Benson on the carry, and he got hammered.
That is an absolute. That's one of the hits of the week. I mean, you're not going to
be a top play candidate for sure.
Without a doubt, McCluskey, his 3rd big hit of the game, and they sniffed that one out. The Vikings tried the old end around.
Lost a 6 on the play, makes it 2nd and 16.
And now to see where the Vikings play calling goes.
Benson took a wallop on that one.
That he did, the freshman. I formation again for St. Elizabeth. Looked like they jump. No flag on the play. They give it to the upback, Janicki, and he may have gotten 2, Mike.
You'll see if they put the ball in the air this time, Pat, at 3rd and about 15.
And it will be interesting to see. Granado looks like he's going to stay in, so we won't be seeing small. We had a touchdown pass in the last matchup we saw St. Elizabeth when they played Christiana week 1.
He did. Jason and I were about 15 yards away when it happened late in that game.
But don't kid yourself here. This young man Granado does have an arm. We've seen him unleash it a little bit too. Schiavone, the tight end, to the near side. 2 receivers to the far side. I formation, 3rd and 14. Here's the end around. And it looks like they got some room to run here.
Yeah, it's
This is
Benson.
Benson again across the 45, down to the 44, close to the original line of scrimmage.
They still have 4th and 11.
And it's, yep,
We see the punt team. Looks like it's coming on through the Vikes.
4th and 11 upcoming for St. Elizabeth.
They moved the ball well, other than that one play. You know, they might still be going. That loss of 6 really hurt them.
It was a great defensive call to send McCluskey off the back end.
And here he's right in front of us, and teammates, coaches coming up to meet Mason McCluskey.
Here's the punt. It's Janicki. That's a high wobbler. It's going to bounce at about the 14 and take a St. E's bounce inside the 5 and down at the 4-yard line. Great punt from the senior, Sam Janicki.
Sam Janicki doing a great job. And that ball hit this brand new turf. That's the mile up in the air. But did not go into the end zone, so they got a nice bounce there for the Vikings. And now you got to make something happen. You got to hold DMA and maybe get some good field position out of this. Not as easy as it sounds to hold guys like Devin Green, Jordan Green, Cody House, and those guys.
You're exactly right, and as DMA comes back onto the field, 2:47 to go here in the opening quarter, 7-0 Seahawks on top.
You see Rago, number 45, is the fullback in front of Devin Green, as they're still in the eye, but they have 2 guys split right.
That's right, Miles Harding, the quarterback, takes the snap, gives it to Green, makes the first line of defense miss before he is wrapped up there from Luke Moyer, number 16 for St. Elizabeth. Stops the forward progress after a gain of about 5.
Glad you can see that number from here, because I'm looking through a couple panes of glass.
Yeah, Mike, it's
snug up here.
It is. Snug as a bug in a rug, but it is a nice press box.
Oh, yeah.
You can see the whole field. That's all that matters.
That's it.
2nd down and 5 for the Seahawks. Same formation. Green, the tailback. Harding takes the snap, gives it to Green. He's got touched, and he may go.
Oh, nice
Makes
move.
one man miss. He's at the 30, 35, 40, 45 midfield. There's a beat on him. Out at the 35, the 30, where he is finally brought down and tackled there by number 4, Chris Character. What a run and what a hole
About
for Green.
60 yards on that play, and he made a nice, sweet move there to get away from a couple defenders. Like he's had an angle on him, but by that time he picked up 62 yards, maybe 61 yards.
Right now they cannot contain Devon Green. And with that run, Devin Green sets him up with a 1st down and 10 at the St. Elizabeth 29-yard line.
He had him pinned at the 5, and now they're inside the 30-yard line.
Harding under center, I formation, gives it to the up back. And he is going to drag Viking defenders for about 5 yards on the play.
Is the fear Watts Henry.
Unbelievable there from
Another freshman. So, hey,
Yep.
we're hearing some names that we're going to be hearing for a couple years around here in Delaware.
Watts Henry. He's earning his keep there. 5-yard gain on that one.
Yeah, carried about 3 Vikings with him.
Yes, he did.
He had nothing, and he made 5 yards out of it.
They're the plays you gotta like with the Seahawks. Both teams staying in the I formation primarily here. We haven't seen a big variation in formations as we take under a minute to go here in the first. They give it out to Green on the toss. He's got room. He's at the 20, cuts it up at the 15, still on his feet, and finally brought down at the 12. And
Maybe a face mask or something on the tackle. We'll see what the call is.
we are going to see exactly, Mike. The run was good for 1st down yards and then some. Let's see what the penalty is.
Looks like they're talking to the Vikings. Maybe it is on DMA.
I'll tell you what, DMA's doing a great job opening holes for that young man.
It is a face mask on St. E's. So they're going to tack some yards onto that one. Pat's going to be half the distance.
Half the distance, it'll be 1st and goal
Got the 6-yard line or something.
for DMA. 47 seconds to go in the first as they look to go up 2 scores.
So Devin Green just having his way right now with his defense.
And this offense is doing what they've done so far through 3 games already this season, Mike. They put points up.
They run, score, and not afraid to throw it. Have not thrown it yet, but not afraid to.
Harding sends a man in motion, and they give it to Green, and why not? Untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, DMA.
Just in case you weren't sure. I think PA got confident again, Pat.
That's it. Touchdown, DMA. Devin Green's 2nd rushing touchdown of the first quarter, making an early case here for the Crown Trophy player of the game. DMA's in control of this one early, Mike.
Well, they're just opening up holes, and they got the guy who can hit them. And right now, they don't have any answers for Green. They're going to need to find him. The extra point is up and good. Pat making it 14-0. You mentioned 31.3 on the clock here in the first quarter.
Absolutely, and right now, Mike, St. Elizabeth's in a little bit of danger. They got some good plays going. That turnover did hurt them on the first possession, but they're down 14-0. Defensively, they're really having a hard time getting their hands on Devin Green.
All right, Pat, waiting for a kickoff here. Let's give you this update. Sussex Central 14, Cesar Rodney 0. Not even 5 minutes into that one.
How about that?
Friends goes 3 and out. I'm sorry, at Lake Forest. So it's Lake Forest ball. They're still in the first quarter.
Sussex Central continuing. They're coming off a loss. This is a big week for them. Trying to regain the dominance we saw from them last year when we saw them win their first ever football state championship in Division 1.
Joe Ialupe, that's a country how to pronounce that name.
And that ball is going to be fielded there exactly from Benson as he fell to the ground to retrieve it. He's down where he received it. That's the 15-yard line, and that's where the Vikings are going to have to try and travel 85 yards in 30 seconds.
Update from Tower Hill. Tatnall 7, Tower Hill 6, 5 minutes ago in the first quarter. Tower Hill with a 78-yard halfback pass in that one. I'm sorry, never mind. That was Tatnall. On the wrong game. 7-6 that one. I'll figure out that was a Caravel game. Who's Caravel got tonight? St. George's. Caravel and St. George's are tied at 6. That was a 78-yard halfback pass in that one for Caravel. So we're back to this game here. Flags down.
There it is. Before the snap here, DMA. They're pointing to St. E's. St. E's is pointing to DMA. Let's see where they go with it. And it's an illegal substitution against the Vikings. So that should be a 5-yard penalty and a repeat of first down. Actually, no. They're waving that off. They just waved the flag off, Mike. So we're just going to reset the down here.
So
first and 10.
Lost 0.6 seconds there. How are we going to do with that time?
They go on the I formation to Gibbs to Mosley. Nothing doing. That was stymied in the backfield right away. Led there by big number 55 for the Seahawks, which is Kevin Decker leading the way.
One of the numbers that they had to catch up with.
Yeah, they switched that number on us.
Couple number switches
Have
on
to make that adjustment. But second down and 7. Let's see if the Vikings aren't even going to get this play off. So
take us out.
As time winds down, we are through one quarter here at Fusco Field on the campus of DMA. The Seahawks lead 14-0. We'll be back after this.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822. Get the assurance.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, as we are prepared to start the second quarter here. St. Elizabeth trailing DMA 14-0 in this one. We're going to start this quarter off with a second down and 9 here, Mike.
They need to get something going. Has some stuff going on that first drive. Fumbled, but they've not got much going since.
Renato takes the snap, tosses it out to Mosley. He's got a little bit of room, but that's a great job. He's chased down there by number 44 for DMA, which is Roman Greenlee. Chasing him down from behind, and no gain on that one.
Now another third and distance here for St. Elizabeth. They may need to go to the air, but they're keeping their own territory here. They're at their 17-yard line back.
There's 11:30 remaining. 11:25 to go. That they do. So they give it out. This is, I believe, Bentley on the outside. He's close to first down yardage.
Good pickup for.
It's a great play there for St. East.
Yeah, they need some distance here.
First down and 10 for St. East as they're at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, they've moved pretty well, Pat. They were on about their 12, and now they've got some room.
So now they go on there again, the I formation and nothing going there.
What
a job there. Number 34, Zach Johnson, just eats up the Viking offensive line there and picks up a big-time tackle for loss.
So every time they get started, we have a play where they lose a yard or two.
And now, again, the Vikings so far in this one, keeping with Granado, Mike, is this what you kind of expected to see?
I thought we might see a little C.J. Small at some point during the first half. Coach Dooley electing to stay with the freshman. Has not thrown the ball yet, however. C.J.'s a little stronger arm. Now here you go, after I said
Granado's going to drop back to pass. He's got a guy, throws it, and it is knocked away. He was looking for Benson on that one. It was a great job. Number 21 came flying over. That was Cody House.
Yeah, and I think
deflected that away.
I think Benson kept that from being intercepted.
I think he did too. Yeah, no, you're exactly right, Mike. And because of that great play there, 3rd down and 11 upcoming for the Vikings. 9:23 to go here in the second quarter. And the Vikings are in a tough spot, down 14-0. Their defense really hasn't been able to get things going.
Now 3rd and long again.
It's a draw. It's a draw. And Mosley just plows into McCluskey, but
he had a head of steam. He ran into the wall. It was McCluskey and number. Well, yeah, it was McCluskey.
So that's going to bring up a 4th down and 5. It was a gain of 6 on the play. However, with that, the Vikings once again forced to punt. DMA does their job.
I'm impressed with this defense. They're stopping when they need to. You're not going to stop Mosley every time, but they've kept them pretty much from hurting them too much.
One thing that they've done is they haven't prevented plays, a string of plays in a row. The Vikings will get 1 or 2, but then they'll get stymied on 2 or 3 in a row.
They have moved the ball a little bit. It's a fake. Sam Janicki running.
It is a fake as McCluskey is. Janicki's going to go nowhere. Nothing doing there for the Vikings. It was a great tackle right there made by number 47, Nick Shavico. Chasing him down, and it was actually, they end up with a loss on that play, Mike.
And that hurts. They were already in their own territory. DMA's taking over at the 39, and not much field here.
Yep.
If you're Coach McCardle.
Well, and
like this.
The last 2 games, the Vikings have struggled to score after putting up big-time points in week 1, and I think right there you saw Coach Marvin Dooley trying to spark his team somehow as he sees his offense unable to really move the ball consistently. Backfires on them, and now DMA's got a short field and a red-hot Devin Green as the tailback in the backfield. He'll get the carry, go through the middle, breaks off 1 tackle. And Moyer leads the charge there with a host of Vikings after about a 6-yard pickup. This young man runs hard.
Kendrick Seeger is also in on that tackle. You mentioned 5 or 6 guys in there. And yeah, look at that. I would think that's one of the better plays against Green. He still picked up 6 yards.
Yes, he did. It starts up front, and he's able to get through that line, and that's a guarantee 4 or 5 yards every time.
There we go, back to the eye.
Harding again gives it to Green, and gaping hole. He cuts outside, gets down to the 25-yard line after a broken tackle. Luke Moyer is the one that comes up with the play. Big first down again for DMA as they're driving at the 25-yard line now, Mike.
Moyer saves a touchdown there, but you mentioned it. They just keep going to Green, knowing if they stop him one time, they're not going to stop him the next. Devin Green is going to be a pain in some people's sides around the state for a long time.
Well, you know, I can't help but look at him, and I think Darren Sproles.
Yeah, he's not a big dude.
He really and he really does. 7.5 to go until the halftime break. Harding under center gives it to the up back, and why not? This is working for them as well. As once again there, number 28, Defeer Watts Henry with another big run. And if he didn't run into the official there, he might have scored a touchdown. He kind of got tied up on his way there, but does get first down yardage down to the 13-yard line.
So many weapons. I'm impressed with this DMA team just to see what they throw at you player after player. So Watts Henry coming off the field. Give somebody else a chance.
Well, one thing you've noticed is Watts Henry, when he comes in, he gets the carry.
You see him on the sideline. He's pumped up. This DMA team came ready to play.
I formation here for DMA. Harding under center. Under 7 minutes to go. And they go back to Green. And for the third time tonight, he's untouched into the end zone for a 13-yard DMA score.
It's the Devin Green show. 3 touchdowns thus far. And St. East needs to find an answer. They're already down 3 touchdowns.
It starts up front right now. DMA is winning that battle. Devin Green, when he doesn't have to take any hits, it's an easy night for you. And he hasn't had to taken many hits in this one. 3rd rushing touchdown of the game for him.
Yeah, it's not the start St. East wanted, that's for sure.
No, you're not. Extra points up and good with 6:54 to go to the break. It's 21-0 DMA on top. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back on Fox Sports 1290 and 302 Sports.
We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Soto Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Soto Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Soto Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lois, Delaware.
Benson, pick your number. You fall down by a lot of them.
And we're back here, ladies and gentlemen, at Fusco Field on the campus of DMA. As it's all Seahawks early in this one. 6:47 to go into the break, and they're up 21-0. The St. E's Vikings just took the kickoff back after the last DMA score to the 35. That's where they're going to set up 1st and 10, Mike. But you can't help but be impressed by this DMA offense.
Absolutely. Their offensive line doing a great job opening holes up for Green. He doesn't need a lot of room. He gets through it. St. East is getting some field position, and they're moving the ball a little bit, but that DMA defense is closing up and forcing punts.
And you can
a fake
see
punt
here,
last time.
You can see here, Mike, it's a different formation. The old Delaware backs. As they give this one off to Benson, he's going to go off tackle. Not much room there for him. DMA swallows him up for a minimal gain.
It's like the tackle by Dominic Sama, number 27 on that one.
Hey, it comes up and fills the hole well there for the Seahawks. And It's been pure domination right now for the team in blue, but second down and 8 upcoming here for the Vikings. How about that Delaware backs? It takes you back to the Joe Hempel days here at St. Elizabeth.
Back to my CYO days back in the the last century.
And here they go again, and the Delaware backs are going to try and run a guard trap. Mosley wiggles his way forward, and
not bad. He got
picks
three
up
out
about
of that.
he picks up about 3 yards on the play.
Somehow got through that. Penn 14, Apo 0, Salesianum 7-6 over Smyrna. Lake 9, Friends 0, Indian River 15-6. Not sure who they're playing this week. Dover 21, Cape 0, and Tower Hill 13, Tatnall 7. Keep the scores coming, and we'll pass them along.
Absolutely, and that's a secret opponent. We're keeping that secret. that who Indian River's playing tonight. We don't want anyone to know.
We don't know. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Could be down in Dagsboro, away from everybody.
We got a trips to the far side, I formation for the Vikings. And
kind of a miss. That looked like it was a broken play.
It was. There was a miscommunication once again between quarterback and running back, and the floodgates open, and that DMA front tackles Mosley for a loss.
And we've been mentioning it. They get some positive yards, and it seems like once a series they have a play where they lose 5, 6, 8 yards. And now you're looking at 4th and 8, and the punt team is in. DMA's going to have good field position again.
Janicki on the punt for the Vikings. First time he punted the ball, he got a good one. Pinned him inside the 5-yard line. The second time he tried to run with it. This one he fields on a hop, gets it away, bounces at the 43.
Stayed in bounds. How about
Still
that?
Bouncing, Mike.
He's getting the bounces tonight, isn't he?
He is, man. The St. E's bounce on that one, and they get it down to the 31-yard line, or 32-yard line, where DMA is going to take over. First down and 10, 4:34 to go here in the first half, Mike.
Well, the Vikings just need some answers. They got to come up with a way to at least limit Devin Green. They're already down 3 scores.
That they are.
Number 75 from St. Elizabeth's, Warren Scott, 390 pounds, just ran off the field, so he is not going to be one of the ones to clog up the hole.
That's a big fella. He's only a freshman too, Big Warren. He's a guy that you'll see later in his career really make some plays for St. E's, I believe. But for now, DMA sets up in the I formation. They give it to Green, and why not? He comes up the middle. He's untouched. Across midfield he goes at the 40, 35. Rollo's got a beat on him and forces him out of bounds at the 25-yard line. But once again, Devin Green, it's his show tonight, Mike.
Well, what can you say? Another, let's do the math on there.
18 and 25, that's what, 40?
About 45-yard run.
45-yard run. Young man is making the plays tonight.
He's already well over like 150 now in yards. I'm not keeping track, but Devin Green is going to be over the 200 mark tonight. And that's a good recipe for success.
You're exactly right. He got out of bounds as well. Harding. Easy work so far for him. He hasn't had to do very much anything. They give this to Watts Henry, and he'll fall forward for 5 yards. Right now, DMA is just pushing the St. Elizabeth front back 4 yards every play.
Everything they do, boom, 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 and they're just moving the line and having their way with the Vikings right now.
You're exactly right. Well, you know, Mike, it's the old football adage, right? The game's won and lost up front, both sides of the ball.
Yeah, they do have some big guys up there. Zach Stamen, number 54. See him up there, and hard to see the numbers from here, but they've got some big guys up front doing the work. They don't look quite as big as they have in the past, but look at this.
Green again, untouched, and he's going to scamper into the end zone. 19-yard touchdown. It's number 4 on the night for Devin Green.
Already, and we still have 3:40 to go till halftime.
Unbelievable. This young man is putting on a show that we really haven't seen yet so far this season. Andrew Watkins had 4 total against Dover for Salesianum a couple weeks ago to take home the Crown Trophy Player of the Game. But tonight, Devin Harris has done that in the first half.
We've seen a lot of 3-touchdown performances and a couple 4s this year. And it's not even halftime. That young man, he could be heading into some rare territory.
You're right, Mike. 28-0, 3:40 to go until halftime. We're going to take another quick commercial break. We'll be back here on Fox Sports 1290, the iHeartRadio app, and 302 Sports.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvement's pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
28-0 your score here at Fusco Field at DMA. 3:40 to go into the break. Mike Lang, Patrick Ariani's along with you for this one. DMA was ruled offsides on their kickoff after this last touchdown, so they'll have to kick from the 35-yard line here, Mike.
That was nice of them to wait for us to come back from our break on that
I'll tell
second
you what,
kickoff
yeah.
fumble. That ball's live. Benson's got it, Pat, but he's in some trouble.
He is. He's going back to the 20, and he's going to get wrapped up there. DMA with tremendous pursuit on that kickoff coverage, and they're just taking the physicality to St. Elizabeth right now.
Not only that, I'm impressed with the speed they're showing up front. The line can run. Everybody on this team has got moves. They can all, they're just quick.
Yeah, they're in shape. They got a lot of young men down there, and what else would you expect from a military academy, right?
Well, yeah, they're probably going to do some push-ups before we leave here tonight.
That they may. Right now, they're doing a grown men's work right now in this one. 28-0, 3:31 to go. St. Elizabeth right now just hasn't really had an answer in this one. Once again, in the I formation, Granada will give it to Mosley, who breaks through. Hahn comes up and makes the tackle, but about an 8-yard gain on the play on first down for Mosley.
I would not expect St. Elizabeth to give up. VK Nation, Pat, you know very well.
Absolutely.
That's a proud nation, and these guys aren't going to give up. Obviously, they had a big day today over a big pep rally at the school. And
yep.
They were ready to come out and play tonight. And so far, it just has not gone their way. But Coach Dooley's going to keep them fighting. They're not giving up.
Well, and you can see they're lining that far sideline for the viewers we have on 302 Sports. They showed up is exactly right. The fans did. Here's Mosley around the outside. Makes one man miss. Falls forward. Should be good enough for first down yardage there after a pickup of about 4.
I would keep handing to Mosley. He seems to be having the most success. They did throw Benson in there a couple times. Have not seen Gunter at all.
No, yeah.
I don't think Granada's thrown the one pass, but it was a little underthrown, tipped away by a Viking.
Yeah, you haven't seen them throw the football very much right now, and 2.5 minutes to go until halftime. They're going to try and put something together and score.
You never know. You get some points on the board and maybe get a little momentum and see what happens in the second half of the
Seemed to be
handoff.
trouble with the snap on that. It was late getting to Mosley. However, he makes something out of this. Moves the pile. The whole entire DMA defense is dragged on to Mosley, and he still pulls it close to first down yardage.
I think he got it. They're stopping the clock. And, Pat, after the Christianity game, I was down on the field, and I was talking to Thomas Mosley, and none of our listeners can't see. I'm not a tall guy. Mosley's a little shorter than me, and dude's built like a fire plug.
He was another Crown Trophy player of the game, and here it goes. He gets another carry, and there's just nothing there. The DMA up front is winning the battles. That one was number 34, Zach Johnson, once again, the nose guard, making the play.
Johnson McCluskey just had a fantastic night defensively for the Seahawks, and we've mentioned it every time the Vikings did some positive yardage. They end up losing a few on a play. Now they're in a hole, 2nd and 12. Clock's running, 1:40 to go. They saw their timeouts, but they do not seem to be in any particular hurry.
No, they don't. And that the thing is, DMA right now up front, their foot speed is just superior right now to St. Elizabeth at the moment, and that's why they're making the plays that they are. Coach Dooley's going to have some adjustments to make at halftime, without a doubt. but we still got 1:18 to go into the break. The Vikings are going to try and get a score here before we go in, and there's a timeout by Coach Dooley. Not happy. The play clock was running down, and he wants to talk it over. So while they do that, we're going to take our final break here of the first half on Fox Sports 1290, the iHeartRadio app, and 302 Sports.
79 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique image, you envision, we create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our knowledge of current market conditions, and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you,
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Big time play just made for St. Elizabeth as Angel Granado drops back and fires a pass out to Alex Rollo. Big time play, picks up a first down, puts St. E's in DMA territory as we have tick under a minute to go till half. 1st and 10 at DMA's 31. Granado again at the pass, hits Schiavone, and that's going to be good for about a 4-yard gain. Let's see if the Vikings start using timeouts, and they do on this one as St. E's starting to drive here, Mike.
Nice play, the play by Rollo where he came back to the ball.
He did. Made a play on the ball, yes.
And blocked that defensive player off, so he couldn't get around him and took it down to the 31. Then played to Schiavone there. Picked up 4, stayed in bounds, so they took the timeout. They had 1 left.
Yep.
And Pat, you rushed back from the left coast to be here tonight, huh?
I did.
Red eye.
I know. How about that? I was out in Las Vegas and Los Angeles this week for my other business, other job. But yeah, man, it was definitely the sightseeing. But it feels good to be back home, and it feels good to be watching some Delaware high school football and calling the game here on Fox Sports 1290 and the iHeartRadio app.
I thought maybe you stayed out there and watched Bishop. What's it from Vegas?
Bishop Gorman.
Bishop Gorman, yeah.
Yeah, no, he had a chance.
I
don't know where they're located.
Kids went?
Yeah. But I did watch 302 Sports Weekly on Wednesday night.
5 p.m.?
It was. Daylight was still out. It was kind of trippy for sure. Granado steps back. He's going to wind and fire. Hits Rollo on the slant. That's a great catch there by that young man.
That's going to stop the clock on the first down.
It is. First down yardage. And
36 and a half.
A penalty marker thrown here late after the play. 2 players are down, one for each team.
I see Sam Janicki's in front of it. It's not Sam that's hurt, but
I believe it was Rollo.
It might be Rollo. He went up and took a hit, but he held on to the ball. And then we see a DMA player on his back out around the 13-yard line. So hope both young men are okay. We already had 1 injury tonight, and we don't want any more.
No, we don't. 36 seconds to go. St. E's trying to get on the board here, down 28-0 here in the second quarter. And you know what? We've seen the Vikings right here start passing the football a little bit. They only had 1 pass the whole first half. This last drive, they've thrown the ball 3 times. Granado, 3 for 3, and has moved the ball about 50 yards down the field.
Yeah, roll it up. Good sign there. He's walking off, unfortunately. The DMA player's still down, but you mentioned it. Did not throw except for that one time. It was handoffs to Mosley and Benson. But they needed some yards, and they needed to eat up some turf quickly. Now they're moving. That is number
Watts Henry there, the fullback. One of the fullbacks.
Yeah, well, he's a big piece of that offense. It's good to see. He's jogging off the field.
Jogging off, which is a great sign. The flag was picked up and waved off, so unsure what was wrong with that or what that was for. But either way, it was picked up. St. E's has a first down and 10 here at the 19-yard line.
And both of those players, by rule, have to take the play off.
Ball. The clock will start on the snap of the football. Granado's under center. He drops back, looking to pass. He's throwing it up. And this one is knocked away. Little underthrown there. The intended receiver was Andrew Spychowski. It was good coverage by Luigi Oranzio, number 14 for DMA. And if Granado puts a little bit more on that ball and leads it towards the sideline, it was on this near sideline, Spychowski might have been able to go up and get that one.
Yeah, Spychowski 6'2". He had the height advantage on Oranzio, but it was just it was a good throw. It was a bit underthrown for a touchdown, and great coverage by Oranzio.
It was.
Getting away. And we have a timeout called on the field with 31.6 on the clock. I don't know if it's timeout.
Yeah, it looks like there's some equipment maybe check going on here. But yeah, Oranzio made a great play on that ball. It was thrown towards the middle of the field, but he was right with Spychowski and gets his hand right up there and knocks it away. That was just a tremendous play there.
And you see you're missing Rollo on that play because he's got to sit out. Nice. See Schiavone split left with Spychowski. Granado in there, and who knows? Don't want to speculate. Chin strap or what's going on down there?
Not 100% sure, but it's got to be some sort of equipment. Maybe blood, maybe the sleeves. Players got to roll the sleeves up under the pads every now and then. Either way, it's getting dealt with, it seems, and we're about ready for football now.
Hope it's not that Vincent Garriani's out there.
I don't think it was. He looks to be going sleeveless tonight. 2nd and 10 for the Vikings. Spychowski still in. Schiavone with him to the near side. Granado drops back, shakes off an initial hit, but he just caved in on him there. Not much time for him. He's brought down on the play by number 34, Zach Johnson. It's third time we've called his name, disrupting something in the backfield tonight.
Yeah, Granado really had no time whatsoever. He looked like he was looking at Spychowski, and that pocket just disappeared on him. Great play by the front players for DMA, and you mentioned Zach Johnson. He's racking up the tackles.
Yes, he is, and we
tackles for loss.
Yeah, I mean, up front right now, between him, McCluskey's come up and made some big tackles for DMA. Defensively, they've gotten the job done. Offensively, obviously, it has been the Devin Green show. I mean, it's been impressive what we've seen from him here in the first half.
Yeah, if you haven't had a chance to see DMA play and you want to see the future, he's a sophomore. Get out and watch DMA. And Devin Green, number 1.
So
for the Seahawks.
Yeah, as we wait here, as the play's about to begin, the Vikings.
25 seconds left.
We've got a 3rd down and 15 right here, Mike. What are you looking right here from the Vikings as they send trips to this near side in the single back?
Well, obviously you can go for 2 downs here, but with the clock and the timeout situation, they're going to get it all in one chance. But that's not going to happen.
As you can see right there, unbelievable
line, and that is Roman Greenlee. We mentioned his name before too, and that takes them way back.
And now look, the Vikings rush to the line.
They're
4th down.
Offside. Here he goes.
He's on.
That was roll-off.
They're going to get this,
and they jumped.
Looks like someone
and
jumped there.
Will that be a runoff with 5? But it's not in high school. They don't have the runoff.
5.8 seconds. And I'll tell you what, DMA was busy celebrating. St. E's, if they had everybody lined up, might have been able to get a playoff. But they struggled to get lined up correctly, and that is a 5-yard penalty. It's 4th down and a green mile for the Vikings here.
Well, with only 6 seconds to go, the only thing you don't want to do is throw an interception and have them take it back.
They got to rush up to the line. This clock will start right now.
They
get
rush.
the snap off.
And he almost gets to him. That was Greenlee.
And that ball is almost picked
we
by
mentioned
McCluskey.
Interception, Pat, and they came within a whisker of picking up the interception. And what a first half for DMA and Devin Green.
That it was. McCluskey has that one fall through his fingertips, but that will bring it to the end of the first half. DMA, pure domination on this one, 28-0. We'll be back with the halftime report after this break here on 302 Sports, Fox Sports 1290, and the iHeartRadio app.
But right now we're going to head right into your favorite part of the week, top plays on the special teams end. As you're going to see Steven Williams. He's going to return this kick, and another great angle here you see. He'll catch it off the scoop, and he's taken off right down the sideline. Nobody can catch him, makes 2 men miss. Kicker can't make the tackle, and he is gone. Steven Williams, kickoff return. He takes it all the way. Friends get the win.
So it's the quality cam here on the sideline. It's awesome to watch from this angle, to be honest with you. And watch, whoa, going up He went to 412. He left the person there at 4.
Crash back out. There it is, off the glass, the game winner. Unbelievable shot.
Crash the glass.
Late on the snap.
Now you might have seen this one before. Bang! Throws it right down the lane. Look at that quick elevation. Everyone got out of the way, Jay. They wanted no piece of it. And then here's a different angle. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Wow, did he get off? Nothing to show.
But right now we're going to head right into your favorite part of the week, top plays on the special teams end. As you're going to see Steven Williams. He's going to return this kick, and another great angle here you see. He'll catch it off the scoop, and he's taken off right down the sideline. Nobody can catch him, makes two men miss. Kicker can't make the tackle, and he is gone. Steven Williams, kickoff return. He takes it all the way. Friends get the win.
So it's the quality cam here on the sideline. It's awesome to watch from this angle, to be honest with you. And watch. Whoa! Going up. He went to 412. He left the person there at 4.
Crash back out. There it is, off the glass, the game winner. Unbelievable shot.
Crash the glass.
Late on the snap.
Now you might have seen this one before. Bang! Throws it right down the lane. Look at that.
Contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the local
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website.
Fenwick Island, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lewis, Delaware.
That your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25
good stuff,
years
man.
of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area.
How about
you may not
Lake?
realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC.
Right here?
302-239-4822. Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air
Hey, no worries, man. We got some
high-quality
stats and stuff here, so
maintenance
we
and
can fill it in.
repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822. Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822. Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience.
30 seconds,
Ambience
Jay.
provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822. Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with...
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, watching on 302 Sports and listening on Fox Sports 1290 and the iHeart Radio app. We are at the halftime here, and what's been a pretty much a one-sided affair so far in this one. St. Elizabeth trailing DMA 28-0 in this one, and so far, Mike, it's been the Devin Green show.
Yeah, Pat, just looking at his 12 carries for 186 yards. You know, I'm not a math major. That's 15 yards a carry.
It's impressive.
And he's got some big ones there, 61, 44, and 20, and then a whole bunch of little ones. They had no answers up front for Green, and Watts Henry's had a few runs.
He has.
You know, it's just been... You see like Watts Henry with a 12-yard carry. He's got about 20 yards on the
Mike,
ground.
they're just opening up big holes.
Oh, who's that? Jason Winchell. What's going on, man?
They're just opening up big holes. And a lot of his runs, he's been untouched for 10, 15 yards down the line. So
and he's got a chance to walk through and pick where he's taking the carry. And
the DMA offense and defensive lines are controlling this game. We said that on the show that we thought it would come down the line play, and right now DMA is winning that battle.
Absolutely, and I was welcome once again to our on-site producer here, Jason Winchell, and you're exactly right, Jay. You look at this team, and they're winning it up front. As for St. Elizabeth, on their side of the football, they've been led here by Mosley. Thomas Mosley's had he's had pretty much all the carries on the night. 52 total yards, Mike.
And they're tough yards. He's had some where he's broken into open territory, but I'm impressed. DMA hits hard. I mean,
they do.
They are. They ask Rollo, who took a pounding. Mosley got hit a few times. Benson took some hits. So Benson with looks like 19 yards on rushing, but none of them are easy. They're getting hit and hit and hit. And we mentioned the fumble early.
Mm-hmm.
They've controlled the turnovers. Really, that's the only one. But they're just taking a pounding up front, and it's the line plays. It's really deciding, Jason, like you mentioned. The line play is just totally deciding this game. And you have a guy like Devin Green who's just, you only give him an inch. He needs an inch, and he's gone.
He takes the foot, right. And you look at it here, one thing that happened early in this game was there was a turnover for St. Elizabeth, which turned into 7 points for DMA and kind of got the ball rolling for them. One thing that St. Elizabeth needs to keep an eye on is there's turnovers going ahead into the second half.
Well, like you mentioned, they have the one, and it was early. They did a good job holding on to the ball, but it doesn't do you any good if you can't stop the other team. And right now they have no answers. They just have no answers, period, for Green and the rest of the DMA. And they're kicking off to start the second half. So the defense needs to come up big, and they need to get something started, or it's going to be a quick second half if they don't.
Absolutely. So we're going to take a quick commercial break here, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the second half and look forward to see what both teams have to do to get back into this one. Here on 302 Sports, Fox Sports 1290, and the iHeart Radio app.
Quick elevation. Everyone got out of the way, Jay. They wanted no piece of it. And then here's a different angle. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
How did he get off? Nothing to show.
But right now we're going to head right into your favorite part of the week, top plays on the special teams end. As you're going to see Steven Williams. He's going to return this kick, and another great angle here you see. He'll catch it off the scoop, and he's taken off right down the sideline. Nobody can catch him, makes two men miss. Kicker can't make the tackle, and he is gone. Stephen Williams, kickoff return. He takes it all the way. Friends get the win.
So it's the quality cam here on the sideline. It's awesome to watch from this angle, to be honest with you. And watch. Whoa! Going up. He went to floor 12. He left the person there at floor 4.
And welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, at the halftime break. 28-0, DMA leading over St. Elizabeth in this one. And Mike, Jay, we will bring Jay back in for this one. Looking ahead into the second half, one thing we saw was St. Elizabeth get the things going through the air to end the half. Do you see the Vikings potentially looking at that into the second half?
Yeah, I do. I really think they moved the ball there, getting it in, and maybe do a mix-up where you can get Mosley, because earlier it was Mosley, and then at the end it was pass. Maybe a little bit more balance coming out of the second half.
Yeah, I think maybe you'll see some C.J. Small in the second half. He's got a little stronger arm.
Perhaps.
So we'll see if Dooley goes to Small. Maybe he just can throw stronger. He's in a stronger arm than Granado. Nothing against Granado. He made some nice plays there at the end of the first half, but maybe mix something up and give him a different look and just get him out there. Something to jumpstart this offense. They did move the ball, Pat, but they would move it, and then we saw at the end of the half that DMA just pushed the line out of the way and tackle guys in the backfield. Tough way to live.
And you look at some of the adjustments for both teams going into the second half. What are some things you're looking to see? Not only, what's important for DMA to continue doing what they're doing, and what's important for St. E's to try and claw back into this one?
But for DMA, it was working. Whatever your game plan was, which seems to be handed to Green, why would you change that unless St. E's, to me, St. Elizabeth has to prove that they can stop what we've been doing. Otherwise, why would I switch it up? We're up 28 points. So if I'm DMA, I just keep doing what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah, if I'm DMA, I still want to get my offense and defense going because I got Hobson next week.
Yeah.
I'm making that jump up to Division I. I'm playing a number 2 ranked team in Hobson. I want to continue pounding the ball and telling my guys I don't want anything to let up because of the scoreboard, because we got to work on stuff for next week.
And that's Hodgson. Not that we're doing a preview, but their line is humongous.
It's a different level. That is for sure, Mike and Jay. Well, what we'll do here is we're going to go to our final break before we bring it back here for the second half. Once again, 28-0. DMA on top. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the second half and get you going with that second half kickoff. Live here on 302 Sports and listening live on Fox Sports 1290 and the iHeartRadio app.
Couldn't be more excited about having our show here held at the Buffalo Wild Wings and Christiana location, and here on Route 7, brand new location. They moved here from Limestone Road, and it's going to be the new home of 302 Sports Week. I'm going to recap some local, college, and professional stuff. It's time for everybody's favorite part of the day, top 5 plays. Here we go. Stanley, your number 1 play from AI, 76-yard punt return. We got ourselves the quality cam here on the sideline. It's awesome to watch from this angle, to be honest with you. And watch. Whoa! Going up. He went to floor 12. He left the person there at floor 4. I mean, those ups right there are. You can't eat this stuff up. Couldn't be more excited about having our show here held at the Buffalo Wild Wings and Christiana location, and here on Route 7, brand new location. They moved here from Limestone Road, and it's going to be the new home of 302 Sports Week.
And welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, at Fusco Field on the campus of DMA High School, as we're, again, still sitting at the break here between DMA and St. Elizabeth. And, guys, this is a good chance to kind of look around the rest of the state here and talk about some other sports that are going on, some other games that we're looking forward to throughout the week.
Well, we were at volleyball last night. Number 3 St. Mark's knocked off number 1 Ursuline in 4 sets, and we're going to have a new number 1 team. So check out our websites on Monday and see who takes home the volleyball top spot. But you can probably guess after the week St. Mark's had by knocking off number 2 Archmere and number 1 Ursuline. Plus, Newark Charter beat Archmere in straight sets. So Newark Charter, who came into the week at number 5, is probably going to bump up. And Archmere lost twice this week, so they might go down a little bit. So there's going to be a lot of shakeups, but that was the one that stood out to me yesterday, as we saw a couple upsets in volleyball, if you want to call them upsets.
So, Pat, I want to mention tomorrow in Claymont at Archmere Academy at noon, St. Mark's soccer is at Archmere. It should be a great one, followed by St. Mark's football at Archmere. So it's a green-on-green violence tour today, type of day up at Archmere. So if you're in the Claymont area and you're looking for a good way to
come by and say hi to me,
hours, hang out with Jason, buy him a hot dog, and sit down and talk about high school sports with him. I want to mention, by the way, a former Salesianum soccer player, Bryce Wallace, a sophomore at St. Joe's, scored his first collegiate goal last week. I don't remember who they were playing. Maybe not Xavier. I forget. I'd have the emails at my other job. But Bryce Wallace, congratulations on your first goal for the Hawks. Finally got into that lineup, his first start for the Hawks, and he scored. So good job there. And we see this all over, athletes from Delaware making an impact on the college level, not just Division I, but Division II and III.
Speaking
as well.
of that, one of them is in town playing at UD tonight. Emily Jerome and the Towson volleyball program playing at the Bob Carpenter Center tonight.
Yeah, and she obviously was Mrs. Volleyball around, or Miss Volleyball, I should say.
And she's been the CAA Player of the Week twice already this year, so she's having a great year down there at Towson.
Yeah, so a lot of good stuff going on, Pat. And it's and this past week, Delmar and Cape Field Hockey played number 1 against number 1, and there's no sign that Delmar is ever going to give up a goal. They barely give up any shots. So, 302, we cover all the sports.
Yeah.
Football is obviously the big one, but we try to catch everything we can, and we should mention Delmar Cape, because that's a great program down there that Jody Holland's got going at the bottom of the state there in Delmar, and they are it's a dynasty down there.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right, Mike. And if you look also around professional sports, is our Alex Guida, a guy doing the stats down on the sideline, and decides to step in and give a little shout out.
He's doing a great job on
He is.
Good job, Alex. Get out.
He's had to do a lot, man. He's had to do a lot trying to keep up with Devin Green and all of his carries, that's for sure. But, guys, you look around, the professional realm as well. We got the WNBA MVP, who's a native of Delaware.
Yes.
And a couple guys in the NFL doing big things.
Speaking of Elena Deladon, the Mystics are in the finals against Connecticut, and that starts, I believe, on Sunday. Those games are really spread out, but it starts on Sunday, so we're hoping Elena can bring a trophy for a visit to Wilmington in the offseason. My guess is she'd be at Ursuline Academy with that trophy if they can win it. So good luck to the Mystics against the Sun. And you mentioned some of the guys playing in the NFL.
Oh yeah, you got
Darnell Savage played last night.
Made a tackle. We were at Grotto's and we're like, Savage just made that tackle, and so that's incredible. You got Troy Reeder playing out there in LA.
Rams, yep.
And you got
Alex Ellis.
Yep.
For the Eagles.
And guys there, Bilal Nichols, Brian O'Neill.
Yep.
Deron Harmon, I think, is still going strong.
Still playing.
So there's
I got to throw my teammate out there too, Andre Patton from St. Elizabeth out there with the Los Angeles Chargers as well.
Was active for a game.
He was active,
Now he's back, I think, on the practice squad. He signed again with their practice squad. So good for Andre, not giving up the dream, and it paid off. He got to suit up. We'd like to see him suit up every week. Because we think he could do it, but
without a doubt, and that game check that helps. You get that real NFL game check. But speaking of all this influx of talent in professional sports, it really speaks to the Delaware High School athletic community and the job that they've done. Doors have been opened, and you're continuing to see this talent influx now starting to get noticed on a big time stage. I mean, you guys have been around a lot longer covering the game than I have. Talk about what you've seen as far as the talent influx that's really come around the last few years.
Well, I think with TAP, number one, you don't need to leave the state to get noticed and get college scholarships. They will find you. But places like Fusco Field, this kind of facility makes guys want to stick around. They'll have the DMA. They get the new athletic facilities and weight rooms and the coaching is so important. But things like this field help keep guys home instead of going to have to play somewhere else. They don't have to worry about stepping in a ditch in a dirt field somewhere and getting bad bounces or breaking an ankle or anything like that. But it's just there's so much talent to see all these guys from Delaware and Indiana. Just use the NFL as an example. When I was in high school, nobody from Delaware went to the NFL. Dan Reeder, Troy's dad, was a couple years older than me. Dan played 3 or 4 years in the NFL. But really, that's about it that I can remember. A couple other guys, but C. Watts from St. Mark's and stuff.
Absolutely. So here we go. We're about ready to get underway here in the second half as this opening kickoff. The second half will be retrieved by DMA at about the 13-yard line. And getting tackled around the 20 was number 21, Cody House. So DMA will have to march 80 yards to put one in the end zone here to start the third quarter, Mike.
Apparently that's not been an impediment so far tonight, so we'll see what happens. Cody House, by the way, returned to punt for a touchdown against Wilmington Charter, was the top player on 302. And so they've got a lot of talent back there. House, a sophomore. Devin Green, a sophomore. So we mentioned Diffeer Watts-Henry, a freshman.
Yeah, the whole
Zach Johnson, a sophomore. Mason McCluskey, a sophomore. So, a lot of things for Coach Brian McCardle to like here at DMA.
Without a doubt, Coach McCardle's got a good program here that he can continue to build. Right now, DMA will start the second half. Once again, I formation under center. Green is the tailback. And he'll give it to Green, who tries to get outside, and he does. Makes a man miss. Janicki with a touchdown-saving tackle. Or no, I believe that was 32. Actually
Logan
32.
Mitchell.
Yep, Logan Mitchell with a touchdown shoestring tackle.
We have a player down.
It will be a first down for Green as he gets to the 31, but
Janicki was
big-time tackle there.
Janicki was slow to get up, and they may be sending him to the sideline. So Sam is being sent to the sideline. He seems to be running off whatever it was that was bugging him. We saw Green stopped at the line of scrimmage, Pat, and just looked to his left. He was stopped and looked to his left and cut outside. Such a quick first step.
Vikings in disarray there. They finally run a player out on the field to replace Janicki. DMA gives it to Devin Green, and again, he works his way outside, and that's a nice tackle there, despite being blocked by character number 4.
I think we're
holding on for dear life. And you're right, Mike. Late flag usually means unsportsmanlike. Let's see where it goes.
It looked like a St. Louis player may have stepped on a DMA player. I'm not sure if it was intentional or not, but we'll see.
That we will. We're waiting for the official word, and it is a personal foul face mask against the Vikings of St. Elizabeth. Not something that you want to do when this offense at DMA is churning right now.
No, you don't have to give 15 yards. See, Warren Scott is out there in the middle to maybe take some space up in the middle and prevent those easy runs up the gut. We're
going to see what Warren's made out of here. Number 75 in white, as Mike talked about. Big young man. He's a freshman. He's a whole clogger. Let's see what he can do. He's lined up at the nose guard now. DMA lined up, 2 receivers set. Tight end to the far side. I formation. Handoff goes once again to Devin Green. And he floats across the 37 down to about the 35 for another DMA first down.
Seem to have no issues there with whoever is in there for St. East. Just went right through him.
He is something else, this young man. He's tough to get a hold of, and you got to be honest. I mean, with him being only about 5'3", 5'4", he's tough to see behind that line.
But he doesn't have any trouble seeing. He's got great vision.
Yes, he does.
And it does not take him long to get to full speed.
Again, only a sophomore. He's a name to keep an eye on. Much like we said about his predecessor, Karan Aline, 4 years ago. And here they go once again. Green with the carry through the middle and fights his way across the 30-yard line for a gain of 6.
Yeah, looked like Gavin McCarthy was in on that tackle. Another whistle. The players down for DMA this time. Along with number 58, Andre Green. So McCarthy and Green team up to stop Devin Green. And we'll see who that is laying down.
I believe that was Green. So with the injury timeout, we're going to step aside for the first time here in the second half. Here on 302 Sports, Fox Sports 1290, and the iHeartRadio app.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
Okay.
Okay. It's a big dude.
Handoff went to number 32, Mason Rossiter.
And once again, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Fox Sports 1290, the iHeartRadio app, and 302 Sports for the 302 Sports Game of the Week. As we now see a 3rd down and 1 upcoming after DMA gave the ball off to Mason Rossiter, picked up a couple, and let's see what they come up with here. Patrick Ariani's along with me is Mike Lang, and this one once again goes to Rossiter, and he's stopped. Joey Trout making the play in the backfield, Mike.
Good play by Trout. Joined us on the show the other night, and got in there. We should mention that was Devin Green who was that was shaken up. I believe he is on the sideline. Pat, they're up 28. They're in control. You got a big game next week, so Green may be done for the night. You never know.
It's all going to depend upon how St. Elizabeth answers and if they can crawl back into this game. I agree with you, Mike. You're up big right now in the second half. If you can go without bringing him back in and get him ready for that Hodson game, that's what I'm sure DMA would like, especially after a scare like that. I formation once again. Rossiter is the deep back. This one's going to go to Walls Henry, and there is nothing there. That's a big-time stop by number 65, Gavin McCarthy.
Yeah, McCarthy back at St. E's and making his impact known right there. He gets over there, and the coaches and teammates are. Look at him. He's still hopping up and down over there, Pat. He's pretty excited. They finally got through that offensive line. Great job by McCarthy.
Huge stop there as it'll set up the turnover on downs, and Vikings now look to get something going offensively, Mike.
That's something maybe they can use as a little motivation and a little springboard, try to get something started here on offense. DMA is looking at running clock if they score there, but St. E's holds. That's a good sign for the Vikes.
And now you can see here Janicki and Mosley in the backfield. They give it to Mosley around the outside, runs through a guy, and just punishes his way down to about the 35-yard line.
He does not attempt. I don't know who that you can tackle.
Luigi Aranzia on the
has
tackle.
Had a good night.
Yeah.
But Mosley just runs into punishment. Yeah, it seems like he's running into contact, and I guess to me that's a dangerous way to live. But he's a very well-built dude, and he knows what his body can take.
He does. Ends up picking up 6. 2nd down and 4 for the Vikings. They give it to Mosley again. He's coming to the near side, and there's not much doing. Chase down from behind there, and that young man's wreaking havoc again.
That was number 47, Nick
Shaviko, as well as number 34 once again there, Zach Johnson. Both those guys chasing down Mosley from behind, bringing up a 3rd down and 3 for the Vikings.
Yeah, I know they're down 28. This is a big play for St. Elizabeth. They need to convert a 1st down here, and you might see it go right back to Mosley. Or does Granada go to the air? So we'll see what happens here. He's got 2 receivers to his left. Fumble.
And that ball's on the carpet once again. Looks like the Vikings do. Yeah, they do. They wind up picking the ball and moving it forward, setting up a 4th down and 1. This is definitely 4-down territory for the Vikings.
Yeah, you don't see the punt team running on this time. As Granado heads to the sideline to get the play from Coach Dooley. So they're on the 38-yard line. That's a long 3 feet they need right there. As Granado brings the play back in 6:50 to go in the 3rd quarter for St. Elizabeth. You see Mosley back in the eye with Janicki in front of him as it's been all night.
Absolutely, and let's see what they go with. They give it to the up back, and there's nothing there.
Well, he may have got.
But look at the second effort. It looks like some teammates helped out.
They needed to measure it here.
Janicki on that one, but he was stuffed right away in the backfield by Dafir Watts-Henry. It's going to depend on the spot.
They moved that ball back about 4 to 6 inches when they spotted it, and I think it's going to be a measurement here, Pat.
I think, yeah, there's going to be a measurement.
You see the Seahawks are saying it's going to be their ball.
He looks short. He looks about 6 to 8 inches short on that. Let's see.
They haven't called for a measurement yet.
I look at it as the marker is at the 44-yard line, or I'm sorry, the 39-yard line. That ball's at about the 38 and 3/4 mark.
I don't think he's going to get it. And you see the Seahawks are pretty confident. This is number 28. Dafir Watts-Henry, you can see him right there making the call with Shaviko with it. First down, Seahawks.
And there is a penalty marker thrown. Somebody said the magic word, I feels like. I believe
you don't want to lose
for St. Elizabeth there.
Composure.
Unsportsmanlike against the Vikings. And
that's going to tack 15 on.
That's the second one we've seen go against St. Elizabeth.
Boy, Pat, you saw that flag just fly right out of there, and there was obviously it had nothing to do with competition at all.
Yeah, someone said the magic word, that is for sure. As we approach, we're at 6:25 mark here in the third quarter. DMA trying to perhaps put this game on ice. If they score one more and kick an extra point, they will have the running clock.
Yeah, Pat, they don't give numbers here on that penalty, but I'm sure Coach Dooley wants to know.
He'll be asking for it. New quarterback in for DMA, number 7, Joey Deal. You talked about him in the pregame, Mike, and now he's going to get a little bit of burn here in the second half. Let's see what he can bring.
Something rare, a senior out there making an impact. Joey Deal pitches. This is Mason Rossiter, Pat.
Rossiter around the outside, and that's a good carry for Rossiter. Gets down to around the 15.
It's probably going to come back.
And there is a penalty marker, as Mike mentioned. And partner, that's usually in the area of holding.
And it's a shame it came from this side, and the play went the other way. Not even close to the play.
They're the ones that'll make you, scratch your head a little bit as a coach.
Now it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul in high school, so
it's all dependent upon where it's at.
It's going to end up being about 2nd and 20 after that hold, right on the line of scrimmage.
So it goes back to
9 yards deep.
Yep,
so
at the 32-yard line.
So that's going to be our 1st and 19, I think. You have to get to the.
They got to get down to the 13-yard line. So
carry the 1, run out of fingers and toes.
Well, Mike, you're a Sally's guy. You're a Sally's grad.
Yeah, well, I have to apologize to the late Father Kenny. I didn't really pay attention to math class as much as I should.
Deals, ends a man in motion. He's got the I formation, gives it back. This is Watts-Henry across the 30 down to the 25-yard line. Schiavone, alligator roll type tackle on the play. But Watts-Henry gets the ball down to the close to the original line of scrimmage, bring up a 2nd down and 11.
Luke Schiavone wraps him up, but Watts-Henry just carried him 2 or 3 yards, and then you mentioned the barrel roll to finally bring him down.
That they did 2nd and 12. DMA once again. I formation is typical. Watts-Henry, the freshman in the backfield. He's back deep. Deal. We'll pitch it to him.
He's got room.
He gets around the outside. He's at the 20. Cuts back. Still on his feet. Gets down to about the 17 or 18-yard line. I believe that was Schiavone once again running him down from behind, as well as Sam Janicki.
Nothing tricky, Pat. Pitch the ball. See where the hole is, and then go right at it. Watts-Henry just runs straight ahead and take what he can get.
And after the penalty yardage, the DMA Seahawks have done a good job of setting themselves up in a 3rd and manageable.
Yep, and
it'll be a 3rd and 4.
Bringing that clock.
Yeah.
It's everything been on the ground. 4:30 to go here in quarter number 3. Joey Deal. All he's got to do is manage the offense out here.
Deal under center. I formation. Pitches it back. This is Rossiter coming to the near side. He's at the 15.
Oh, nice tackle.
And that's a great tackle right there by number 34, Ethan Gunter. And they're going to be about a yard, a little less than a yard short.
Great job by Gunner to chase down Rossiter on that one. And there was a lot of room. They were on the far hash coming this way. And Gunner got him just before the first down marker. That is a fourth, right? I'd say it's a long one. About a yard and a half here.
So let's see where they go with it.
Let's watch Henry in the backfield this time.
He's back deep. Deal will give it to him. He gets hit initially, falling forward. He may have got it. Janicki was in on that tackle as well as Moyer.
I think they're going to measure it, but from here, it appeared he got it.
And let's see where they spot the ball.
Ooh, you know what?
Just past the 19. He may be short.
I think he's going to end up being just a hair short.
And he is. They turn over on downs. Turnover on downs. So 3 consecutive possessions where we see turnover on downs.
Good job by both defenses to hold.
And St. Elizabeth will take over. 3:27 to go in the third quarter.
You know, if you're saying you're down 4 scores, yeah, and they know they're down 4 scores. You're looking to work on some things, and you know, playing fourth down defense like they have the last 2 possessions, that's something to build on.
So here we go. We still see Granado leading the way offensively at the quarterback position. This time we see Kasim Benson deep in the backfield. Mosley, the fullback. They give it to Benson. There's not much there, and that's a big-time hit from Dominic Sama.
Yeah, Sam hit that hole quick, wrapped him up, got some help. And we're looking at second, and he picked up less than yards. So we'll call it 2nd and 9 in that one.
And you can see here DMA.
Another player down.
Yeah, he's going down on the field, and they're going to check on him. While they do that, we're going to take a break here. We'll come back with more second half action after this on 302 Sports and Fox Sports 1290.
The Fenwick Island, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley: cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley: cook beautiful, simple food.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Patrick Gariani's Mike Lang with me here at Fusco Field on the campus of DMA. St. Elizabeth trying to make something happen. They give this ball back to Benson on a 2nd down carry. He kicks the ball across their Viking 15-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and long for them, Mike.
Maybe 2 yards on that one. That's a tough one. Pat, a final.
We got
AI 42, Newark 0.
There we go. AI getting a big-time statement win in the Blue Hen Conference.
Tough year continues for the Yellow Jackets, but you got to hope things are looking up for Jody Russell. But they did pick up a win, Pat. They gave us, I believe, Glasgow was a forfeit win, so win for Newark. At the end of 3, Lake Forest is leading Friends 9-0.
So there we go, and right now you can see more confusion there for the Vikings in the backfield. The ball, there was just not much going on. Eventually it gets handed off to Benson, who fights his way back to the line of scrimmage, but there was just absolute destruction coming through the way there from the DMA defensive front. That ball, the handle almost wasn't made, Mike.
You mentioned the confusion. Looked like Granado and Benson kind of ran into each other, and that play was over before it started. And now you're going to bring in the punter because you're 4th and 5 at your own 19-yard line.
They'll punt it away. Back
They're going to
deep for
get good field position here.
DMA
anyway.
is Jordan Green, number 12. And I believe that is number 21, Cody House. Snap is low. Janicki can't handle it. He picks it up. He's in the end zone. He gets it off. It's blocked. Picked up by Schiavone. And he'll get tackled at the 5-yard line. DMA just wreaking havoc. The snap seemed to be a problem there for Janicki. Too much for him to handle.
It looks like you're going to call it a fumble. It looked like Sam tried to pass it there. Maybe trying to get an incomplete pass. But Schiavone picked it up at the 5. And that's where DMA takes over, Pat. And I'd say that's pretty good field position for the Seahawks at the St. Elizabeth 5. Everything that could have gone wrong on that one did, except for he didn't get tackled in the end zone.
Yeah, you know what? It was a good play by Janicki, just trying to make something out of that after the initial, bobbled snap. It was down low. It rolled back to him and took a bad hop, unfortunately. But either way, DMA's got first and goal at the 5. 1 touchdown away from the running clock. Deal under center. Motion man going far side. I formation. They get it to Watts Henry. Stumbles. Fights forward and is thrown back at around the 2. Wow.
Ready to lead into the end zone, and all of a sudden he got whipped around. Looked like Joe Deal stumbled coming out of the under center. Almost fell, got it to Watts Henry. And Watts Henry, you mentioned, Pat, he was on his way into the end zone. It looked like he hit the boomerang.
Andre Green and Joey Trout in on that tackle, stopping him from forward progress.
Yeah, 2 Trouts I went met with, Joey and Mike.
Yeah, I work with their mother, believe it or not. They're a tremendous family. Here's Deal once again. He gives this one to Rossiter. Goes up the middle and in the end zone for the touchdown. DMA adds on.
Last play of the third quarter, Pat. So they hit the extra point. We're going to play the fourth quarter in approximately 8 minutes.
That's exactly right. As they'll trot on for the extra point, and Mike, as you said it, that would be a 5-touchdown lead for DMA, and we would enter run clock territory in the second half. So we will see what happens with this extra point. As Isla Wopey.
It's good.
It's up and it's good. So we will now go to break here on 302 Sports, Fox Sports 1290. We'll catch you on the flip side for the fourth quarter.
When it fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002
One more
as a mortgage
break.
consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning
We'll find a
home.
way.
Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a big round of applause for our cheerleaders out there looking good tonight. Leading the pep rally. Fantastic. Great job.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Fourth quarter action underway here at Fusco Field on DMA's campus. This kickoff will be taken back by the Vikings there. Number 34, Ethan Gunter on the return. Takes it across to about the 35-yard line where the Vikings will take over in this one.
Yeah,
the Seahawks, it's been all Seahawks in this one. Mike Lang, Pat Gariani's here on the call, and 35-point lead right now for DMA. They're looking extremely impressive.
They are good. Down in Felton, Wyatt Nelson, a 3-yard touchdown run. It's 9-7 Lake Forest, and Slazy M still trails Smyrna 12-10. The Sal's missed a 55-yard field goal attempt. But we saw some football here, Pat.
Absolutely, and we're going to bring in our man in the booth with us tonight, Jason Winchell's got some comments on that game, Jay.
Yeah, on Lake Forest and Friends, we said it seems like Friends is playing the whole Henlopen South here in Yeah, that's a good win. That's a good lead right now for Lake Forest at home over Friends.
Speaking of Henny South, how about Woodbridge making the long trip up tomorrow playing at Concord? Don't get any farther north than Concord.
No, you don't.
They did move the game to 1 o'clock for them, though. It's not the 10:30 start that they usually have.
Thanks once again there, Jason. And 11 minutes to go as we wind down this fourth quarter. St. Elizabeth looking to get something going. They go to Mosley up the middle. He fights his way to about the 40-yard line. So that first down run will net about 6 yards for St. East. Second down and 4. And, you know, the one thing the Vikings have done, they've done well on first down. It's been second and third where they've struggled, Mike.
Yeah, we mentioned here they're kind of hurrying up.
Yeah, now they're going no huddle. And then once again, they go to Mosley. The ball's on the ground. They try to get it to Mosley.
It's going to be DMA ball.
And that mesh point was just not quite there. And as Mike said, DMA falls on it. That was number 44 falling on that one. Roman Greenlee, who's had himself quite a game defensively as well.
We've called his name a few times tonight. I was going to say about the St. Elizabeth. They managed to get positive yards. You mentioned a first down a couple times tonight, and then they just clog up. DMA clogs up that middle over and over again, and St. just unable to get anything going offensively. And this is 3 weeks in a row now that they've had struggles on offense, and that happens with a freshman quarterback and a lot of new faces.
That it does, and you know that's an adjustment that the Vikings are trying to overcome, and you know right now they're finding their struggles.
There's a reason why freshmen, you don't see too many starting quarterbacks who are freshmen.
That is true. Right now we see a senior backup for DMA, Joey Deal quarterbacking. He'll toss this one out right here to Watts Henry, who fights his way across the 30, almost to the 25, brought down at around the 27.
It looks like Janicki's injured again.
Janicki
he gets himself off the ground, but
he's fighting through it right now, but you could definitely tell, Mike, that he's hobbled. Also on that play was number 84, Kendrick Sagers.
Kendrick, key member of that basketball team.
That he was. Second down and 2 for DMA. Watts Henry once again in the backfield. Deal under center. Receivers split to both sides, tight end to the near side. I formation. Watts Henry takes it. He's up the middle. He's tackled. Nice. It's not a bad effort there.
Is that 58?
The jersey gets a hold of it. Yeah, Mike, that was Andre Green finding a way to get a hold of him.
I was waiting for the jersey to tear away from him. He just good job, though, holding on to him. It would have been another touchdown, possibly.
Yeah.
Green showed those strong hands.
And as tight as the uniforms are nowadays in football, it's surprising whenever you see that happen. But
yeah, we used to, back when I was a kid, put Vaseline on the shoulder pads on the uniforms. And then we'd stick them all over our socks.
I love it, Mike. We're approaching 8 minutes to go in this one.
Bring back Stick 'em.
That's amazing. It's like the little Giants. This is a toss out to Watts Henry.
Oh, nice play.
Nowhere to go on that one. Moyer comes up and blows up the initial block, and that was Green once again finishing that one off. It's a loss of 2 on that one for
Great
DMA.
job by Moyer to get through that front line and kind of did the a rollover with Watts Henry and send him down. We mentioned Devin Green done for the night, and that's a good thing. He has 4 touchdowns, and Pat, at some point we're gonna have to name our Crown Trophy Player of the Game, right?
Yes, we will. We'll do that a little later in the quarter, but I think we have our mind set up on that one, Mike. So here we go. Deal under center again. 7:20 to go and counting. They'll give it to the up back here, and that's another 5 or 6 yard gain. That carry was Michael Rago up the middle. Third down and about 9 now. And Janicki is in some pain for the Vikings. He's slow to get up. He's limping around right now. He's battling through it.
What I'm liking about DMA, you know, with Green on the bench, they've come out with Watts Henry and Rago and a couple other guys to run the ball, and it's just like 5 or 6 guys they can turn to if they need them. That's a nice weapon to have.
It is. Versatility is all over the field for the Seahawks. I formation once again. Receivers on both sides. Tight end to the near. They're going to switch the play up. 6.5 minutes to go. Deal under center. There's a penalty marker. This could be delay a game. It's not the worst thing in the world if you're the Seahawks. It'll move them back 5, and it'll make it a 3rd down and 14.
At this point, it almost
the clock is what you want
them.
moving.
You know, the clock's going to move anyway.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop. And, you know, this is one of the few things that's gone not DMA's way tonight. And if that's their biggest mistake, I'm sure Coach McCardle will take one delayed game.
That he will. Halfway through the 4th quarter in this one. 3rd down and 14 for DMA. Deal under center. He'll take the snap. He'll pitch it back to Watts Henry. He comes towards the near sideline. Can't quite break away from the tackle there.
Good squirming defense there, number 58.
That was Green.
So Andre Green got there. A couple other Vikings, but, you know.
Picks up the penalty yardage.
St. E's, you know, they could just throw in the towel, but they're still playing.
4th down upcoming here for DMA, and we're going to see a field goal attempt here, Mike.
Well, how about that? You mentioned Slaziano trying a 55-yarder tonight with Hunter Simmons. No good. And I was at Mount Pleasant a couple weeks ago. They tried a 57-yarder. It was blocked by the Yellow Jackets.
Iolupe he can do here. 41-yard attempt. Actually, I'm sorry, 48-yard attempt.
Fans are on their feet.
41. Here's Iolupe. The kick is up. Has it got the distance?
Oh,
no, just short. As it will be about 3 yards short, but a tremendous effort from that young man. And
only sophomore, Joseph Iolupe.
Yeah, it was a great job from him.
Good
so
leg.
With that change in possession, we'll take our final commercial break here on 302 Sports and Fox Sports 1290.
First and 10 for the Vikings on the range 20-yard line. Number 34, Zach Johnson, sacks the quarterback in the backfield.
And welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to Fusco Field here on the campus of DMA. And once again, we appreciate all the viewers on 302 Sports, listeners here on Fox Sports 1290 and the iHeartRadio app. Patrick Ariani's along here with me is Mike Lang. And Mike, we come back and St. Elizabeth, after a couple of plays here, faces a 3rd down and 4 with 2:56 remaining. CJ Small is back, is in a quarterback now for the Vikings.
Well, I thought they might try this earlier in the game, but I guess at this point you're going to see some throws. Sure, Sadie's probably wants Nick Alessandrini back here on the mic next time. They had some
one and out
last
with him.
time, yeah.
And here's Small keeping it on the QB keeper, and he'll get the 1st down. And that was a good fake there from Small, and he kind of sold it to the defense. And this young man's a senior, first-year football player. He's trying to find his way right now, and in a game like this, if you're making plays with that kind of effort, it's going to go a long way with your head coach.
Yeah, he did start a couple of games this year, but you mentioned he's never played football before. This is Coach Dooley roaming the halls at St. E's saying, hey, young man, I want you to play football.
Yeah.
And they did. They came out, and CJ's one of them. And, you know, they're all learning. It takes football. You just can't throw a guy in the system and say,
it's tough.
Come out tomorrow and run it.
St. E's will have trips to the near side. Moves in the backfield. Henry rolls out to the left side looking to throw, and he overshoots his intended target on the play there. You've seen Benson, and he had some room.
Yeah, he was covered by the number 27, Dominic Sama, but Kasim Benson had a couple steps. He could have made some things happen maybe.
he might have been able just overthrown there as we approach a minute and a half to go. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Vikings. Small coming to the huddle.
Pat, well, she mentioned St. Elizabeth's at Laurel next Friday, so they got to travel downstate. And mentioned DMA. I mentioned it's at Hodgson. They've played 2 in a row here. That should be a Saturday 10:30 start next Saturday morning. And a lot of good games tomorrow in the state. If you're around, go out and watch some high school football.
Small bobbles the snap on the quick screen, and as he tries to regain it, he will be thrown down for a sack by DMA there. Number 22, Liam Benke, comes up with that one.
Just so much talent in this DMA team. Every time you turn around, somebody else is making a tackle. And,
seriously.
That's
and
pretty
speaking of special plays and special players, we got to give our Crown Trophy player of the game to none other, Mike, than that stud that DMA has in their backfield.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Devin Green on this one. 4 touchdowns, a 61-yard run, 180-some yards at halftime. I don't know what he finished with, but great game again for Devin Green. Here's a
swing pass out to Mosley. Makes a man miss at the 35, across the 40. He's got room. Mosley at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. And the Vikings are on the board with a Mosley touchdown.
There goes the shutout, and that was
it's a walk-off. That was a walk-off touchdown there for Mosley as time expires.
I think about a 72-yard touchdown. Top play candidate for 302 Sports.
It is a top play candidate right there, no doubt about it. And with that, it's good end there for the Vikings. They walk out of here with a little bit of positivity as DMA's going to walk away with this win.
I think they wanted the shutout, but Thomas Mosley, here's a young man, last play of the game, didn't give up.
No, he didn't.
We will not have an extra point.
No extra point. That'll do it. 35-6. DMA gets the win. Devin Green is your Crown Trophy player of the game. We're going to go to break here, and we'll come back and wrap this one up after this on 302 Sports and Fox Sports 1290.
I'm going to recap some local, college, and professional stuff. It's time for everybody's favorite part of the day, top 5 plays. Here we go. Stanley, your number 1 play from AI, 76-yard punt return. We got ourselves the quality cam here on the sideline. It's awesome to watch from this angle, to be honest with you. And watch. Whoa! Going up. He went to 4-12. He left the first there at 4-4. I mean, those ups right there you can't make this stuff up. Couldn't be more excited about having our show here held at the Buffalo Wild Wings and Christiana location, and here on Route 7, brand new location. They moved here from Limestone Road, and it's going to be the new home of 302 Sports Week. I'm going to recap some local, college, and professional stuff. It's time for everybody's favorite part of the day, top 5 plays. Here we go. Stanley, your number 1 play from AI, 76-yard punt return. We got ourselves the quality cam here on the sideline. It's awesome to watch from this angle, to be honest with you. And watch. Whoa! Going up. He went to 4-12. He left the first there at 4-4. I mean, those ups right there you can't make this stuff up. Couldn't be more excited about having our show here held at the Buffalo Wild Wings and Christiana location, and here on Route 7, brand new location. They moved here from Limestone Road, and it's going to be the new home of 302 Sports Week. I'm going to recap some local, college, and professional stuff. It's time for everybody's favorite part of the day, top 5 plays. Here we go. Stanley, your number 1 play from AI, 76-yard punt return. We got ourselves the quality cam here on the sideline. It's awesome to watch from this angle, to be honest with you. And watch. Whoa! Going up. He went to 4-12. He left the first there at 4-4. I mean,
welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to 302 Sports and Fox Sports 1290's presentation of our 302 Sports Game of the Week. It was DMA, it was St. Elizabeth, and Mike, Jay's joining us in here for the post game. Just from Jump Street. I mean, this one was all Seahawks.
Yeah, it was, and quick performance by the Seahawks, especially done on the ground game. I mean, they didn't have to pass much at all, and they just ran from opening to the end. And
did they throw a pass at all?
No, I don't think they did.
I don't think they did. Not one pass.
There was not one pass.
Pat has some numbers. You can tell us why they didn't throw a pass.
Yeah, and thanks once again to Alex Guida for doing this tonight for us. His final here, 15 carries. That's all he had. He only touched the ball 15 times. 213 yards, Mike and Jay. That's 14 yards per carry and 4 touchdowns, obviously. Getting the job done, and that's why he's our Crown Trophy player of the game.
And we see Devin out on the field with Nick Halliday getting his Crown Trophy as the player of the game, and congratulations to Devin Green. Joined by Watts Henry and Rossiter.
Yes.
We saw Rossiter in the second half after Green left the game. We mentioned the multiple weapons that they have at DMA, and they're 3-1. Tough matchup for them next Saturday. But I like what I'm seeing from this DMA team, and I expect we'll be seeing them in the Division II tournament in another 6 weeks or so.
Yeah, and Jay, you look at this DMA team. This is when you want to be rounding around and getting your feet dug in and to start going. And you're really starting to see this team pick some things up. Obviously, last 2 weeks they put up a combined 63 points or whatever it is, 42, and they follow it up tonight with 35. Offensively, this team's hitting all cylinders.
Yeah, they're clicking right now, and this is a good time for them to be clicking with some tough games coming up on their schedule. Hodson, Archmere, St. Mark's. They have some teams coming up. So big win here against St. Elizabeth's. Remember last year, St. E's took care of the DMA team and kind of sent them in a 3-game skid. And now DMA wants the opposite. Maybe this win can get them going to these tough games, and maybe they can get some three or four more wins in a row.
Absolutely. And Mike, you look on the other end of the field there, St. Elizabeth Vikings. They were riding high after week 1. They had a great second half in that game and defeated Christiana in dominating fashion. Now they're on a 3-game skid. Coach Dooley, here's a guy here who demands a lot of his players. He's trying to turn the program around. They got a lot of young faces. What do you see this team doing now as the second half of the season approaches?
Just got to keep working. He can't lose them. That's the big thing. They scored a total of 20 points in these 3 games, and they haven't really been close in any of them. They do have Laurel next week, so it's not Tower Hill, and it's not St. Mark's, and it's not DMA. So maybe it's a long trip, but Laurel maybe gives them a better opportunity to compete and maybe do some things down there in Sussex County next Friday night. But you can't lose these guys, and he's got to get his greater message through. It's like, we're building here, and we're going to take some lumps. But I'm proud of your effort, and we didn't give up. And just keep going, stay with me. We're going to get there.
Absolutely. And, Jay, just looking ahead, but before we wrap things up to next week, we got ourselves another great game for the 302 Sports Game of the Week.
Yeah, I believe it's Caesar Rodney is traveling to Middletown next week, and that's going to be a real good game. Caesar Rodney has the defending champs today, Sussex Central, and next week
they're
Middletown.
getting whooped.
Yeah.
So unfortunately for Caesar Rodney, it's not going their way. Dover, by the way, 49 zip over Cape tonight. So still some games going on, but some closer games than what we've seen in the first couple weeks of the season. That's going to be a good one, Jay, with CR and Middletown.
Yeah, and could Smyrna defeat a number 1 team twice back-to-back weeks? They defeated number 1 Sussex Central. Last score I saw, they were beating Sally's 12-10. So Smyrna, after that 0-2 start, if they can get wins against Sussex Central and Sally's, that's a team I'll look out for down the road.
Absolutely. So, once again, congratulations to Devin Green, our Crown Trophy player of the game. We will see you next week from Middletown, Caesar Rodney on 302 Sports and live here on Fox Sports 1290. For Mike Lang, Jason Winchell, and everybody included in the broadcast, I'm Patrick Arianis. Thank you for listening or for watching. We'll see you next week.